So, I have kind of a funny story that happened to me yesterday, and it involves the government. The Canadian government. Well, kind of. During these weird times here in Canada, anything to do with the government's gonna trigger people or be a little bit newsworthy in their lives. So, here we go with my newsworthiness. This was Statistics Canada. Specifically, it wasn't like the CIA or whatever Canadian government is, RCMP. No. So, I'm taking a shower, getting ready for work, and I was doing the closing shift. My shower's happening early afternoon. It's about 12 o'clock. I got to start working at 1. And I get out of the shower. I'm in my underwear. I'm drying off like I'm dry. I'm in my Gov't, and I hear a knock at the door, which is weird, but I think maybe it's my landlord. So I open it, and it's a woman. A Middle Eastern woman who is holding what looks like a laptop, and she's telling me that she's from Statistics Canada and that I need to take a survey. So she starts proceeding to list the things that I need to talk about and giving me some privacy disclosures, whatever. I don't fully remember because I'm confused. I'm answering the door in my Gov't, okay? In my underwear, like my black, like tighty whities, okay? And like these are the underwear I'm wearing, you know, with my work uniform. I'm not wearing my Joe boxers or nothing, you know. I'm just slapping on some socks and some underwear. I'm opening the door. She's reading me the freaking riot act or whatever. And I'm like, whoa, hold on a second. I go, let me get some clothes on. So she goes, okay. I shut the door. And this is the funny part. I feel kind of bad because I start complaining out loud, like so that she can hear it kind of. And I start saying like, oh man, whenever you need something, the government tells you to go online. But when they need something, they show up at your door. And I'm just rambling to myself, getting clothes on, kind of confused, trying to get ready for work. Now I've got like, you know, a little over half an hour to get to work, and I got to ride my bike in the cold, so I got to get prepared, right? So I open the door back with my clothes on, looking decent, and I ask her if, you know, I can do this by myself or with her. She's not very, like, good at communicating with me if I can do it by myself. She kind of I could tell she wants to get it done because it's probably her assignment. She's probably been assigned to me. I'm also not sure at this point if this is like a scam, right? Like, because we hear about Amazon scams, and every day I get phone calls from spam callers, and are they getting like sophisticated now? They got your address, they're just showing up door to door. So this woman hands me an envelope. It's the Government of Canada's envelope. It looks legit. I'm kind of reading it. It's telling me how important it is that I've been selected. Get this. I have been selected. Like, lucky fucking me, right? So I've been selected by Statistics Canada to fill out this questionnaire. So I go, okay, whatever, let's start doing it. Like if she's got the laptop ready, I don't have to log into nothing. Like that's what I'm thinking. I told her I don't want no homework. She's like, okay, she wants to do it. She wants to get this done. We start doing it. About 10 minutes into this thing, it says 2% complete. I'm looking at my clock. I'm thinking like, man, I got to go to work. So I tell her that. I go, listen, I got to go to work. She says, listen, this will take, like, once we get to 60%, it flies. Okay, so another 10 minutes flies. Like, it's been 20 minutes now. We're at like 10%, okay? Like realistically. And I notice at the bottom of her screen, like with these things, often the times is you can save and continue later. Let's say it's an hour-long survey and you want to take it later. You can finish like a WMIS test or an online test. Sometimes you can finish these things later. This is one of them, right? Because it's a Government of Canada thing. It doesn't expect you to do it right then and there. We're not in fucking North Korea. Kim Jong-un isn't going to show up at my apartment putting a gun to my head, like, hopefully, right? Like, I'm thinking that, but like, I'm asking this lady, like, you know, can I just do this on my own? And she's like, she wants to do it here, right? This is like kind of probably important to her because she probably has a quota. I tell her I got to go to work. Like, look, I'll do it later. I noticed you can save it. Can we just save it? I'll do it later. She just kind of ignores it and continues on with the survey. And I go, listen, like, I'm not joking. Like, I have to go to work. I cannot ignore my job. And she's like, oh no, I wouldn't want you to. No fucking shit, then why are you here? Why did you show up at my door randomly thinking like this is a good time? Like, can you imagine I showed up? I wanted to say this to her, but I didn't want to be too disrespectful because I don't know if she's recording me. She's from the government, like, fuck, who knows, right? But imagine I show up at this woman's house randomly in the middle of the day and I want to take a survey and I'm asking, these are the questions she's asking me. This is from the Government of Canada, not from Noreen, who is the representative here. Poor Noreen told me she was a little nervous. I'm probably not making her feel any better. But how many cigarettes have I smoked in the last month? How many cigarettes have I smoked in the last year? Do I consume cannabis? How much cannabis do I smoke a day? Do I have suicidal thoughts? How depressed am I on 1 to 5? Like, why the would I tell the government this shit? Why? So they can say, oh, look, Chad's suicidal and depressed and he smokes cannabis. Let's lock this guy up. if there is ever a time to talk to someone about things, like, it would not be with this person. Like, I finally convinced this woman, like, I have to go. You have to let me go. I'm not staying any longer. I'm going back in my apartment. Realistically, I should have never answered the door, but I'm so curious. When someone's there, I gotta know what the fuck. So she gives me the paper, and there's not even a code on it. I go to the website, and it is government. It's official. Okay, it's not a scam, right? Hopefully, I think. I'm pretty sure at this point. I'm like 95% sure, but there's still that doubt. And then I need a code. So the next day in the mail, I get the code. Like, I don't know, it's like they knew she showed up, or maybe she was a day early, but everything came in, and I can do this survey. And this survey is going to take well over an hour. And so I got to put an hour of my time aside. Boo fucking who, right? First world problems. To fill out this stupid survey that I just know is the predecessor to me getting jury duty in a couple months, and just stupid shit. Once they start selecting you, they don't unselect you. So I was so frazzled. I told this poor woman, I said, Noreen, this is why they got your buddy Justin out, because, man, we are tired of this shit. And this poor woman had no clue. Like I said, she was just there as a representative to make sure her quotas are filled, whatever. Look, she didn't invent the program. It's clearly some sort of like DEI program. There's no reason why they need to know how much cannabis I consume or if I've smoked cigarettes, other than, yes, I get the sense that there is some urban planning and development going on in our neighborhood. But like, have they ever fixed our problems? Is any of this going to solve the rent crisis or the LRT thing going on here? Like, that's on my street, and like, we've heard nothing. You know what I mean? So there's so many things going on that once government officials start showing up at your door and shit, like, if there's an issue, like, Chad, you need to leave your house, there's a gas leak, whatever, as annoying as that would be, and thank God it wasn't that. Like, but like, are you kidding me? For a fucking survey? I've been selected? Well, do me a favor, government of Canada, and unselect me next time.